right, friends, for this week's media demonstration video, we're going to be using markers to color in this cool airplane. As always, guys, I know it's fun to have a giant bin of markers. I know I've got this giant tub here. This is just a fraction of my markers, but it's really a good idea to pick out the ones you want, to test them to make sure that they're not dry. It's just not really great to color with dry markers. Sometimes that's, you can use that as a technique, but in general, you want markers to have lots of ink and to be in good shape. So definitely test those out before you start coloring. And by doing that, I mean have a spare piece of paper, not on your drawing, not on even on the back. Just do it on an extra piece of paper. You can always recycle it when you're done with it. So this particular drawing is really fun. You can make these airplanes any color at all. I've done this lesson several times. Here's an example from a previous time. You can see it can be really bright and colorful. There's Earth back there, by the way. You can also change it up. You can notice that this background has a giant sun. This was done with watercolor crayon a long time ago. And this one, I do believe, was done in oil pastel a long time ago. But anyway, guys, there's a lot of ways. I say this pretty much every time. You can always color these in with whatever supplies you have at home. Watercolor paint, oil pastel, colored pencil, markers, crayons, any combination is fine. But we might as well go ahead and get started, guys. I am going to test these colors and then I am going to get started. Remember, if you want one of these magnets, if you're new to ArtTub and don't have a magnet and you want one, just email me or let me know somehow that you are interested and I will mail one of these to you. I'd be happy to do it. Thanks so much for being interested and for your help. Okay, guys, I'm going to hop right on into time lapse and then in the end, I'll come back for a quick conclusion. Let's take off. Here we go. Friends, so as you can see, I am done with my drawing. I'm done coloring it. There's a few things I want to talk to you about. So when I did my color testing, I admit I was kind of going for sort of rainbow colors, and you can do whatever colors you want. But the thing I want you to notice is I was testing my colors. I was saying, okay, I've got plenty of ink in this marker, and does it look good next to this marker? It doesn't mean I'm going to use those exact colors, but it's just really nice to have something that is ready in case you decide to use it. So I had different blues, I had different purples, I had, just different things that were ready for me to look at. And it's really helpful. I hope you will do this. There's more than one way to color, guys. So a lot of times people color with just the tip of the marker and they scribble and they move really fast. And when you do that, it looks scribbly and it looks kind of dried out. But look at, this is the same marker. So when you color slowly on the side with the same marker, the ink has more time to come out of the marker, right? There's ink inside of this, and it comes out of that tip. And when you color slowly, the ink has time to come out and go into the paper. So please don't scribble. Please don't use the tip of the marker and do this kind of thing. And definitely don't go up and down and back and forth, guys. That is for sure a scribble. Challenge yourself to practice coloring with the side of the tip like this. Do you see where I'm holding the marker? Like way back here. You guys have smaller hands than I do, but you can still do it this way. Try holding it back. You're not trying to push that tip down and bend it. You see the shape of it? You want to get to the side of it and just pull it along your paper. That is a really good habit to get into. Also, I just wanted this to I don't know, I wanted this to have some interesting colors and textures, but I didn't end up even coloring in the whole sky. I just chose things that looked cool and makes my plane stand out. You can see I tried my best to make those lines nice and neat. And if I could, I used more than one shade. So on the bottoms of the clouds, I've got purples and pinks. I've got gray on the outline of the cloud because, the clouds are white in this drawing, in my drawing, I should say. Yours might not be pink. I mean, might not be white. They might be pink. But it really helps if you do a little bit of gray outlining, and that way it gives them a little bit of definition, meaning like you can see them clearly. I used 2 blues on my water, 2 greens on my land, wherever I could, I used multiple colors. And guys, that just makes your drawing look really finished and looks really, really nice. So last thing, I don't know if you've noticed this, but I signed my name and put the date on there. That's when I drew it. And it's really fun if you're drawing a boat or a plane or some type of vehicle that needs like an identification number on it. It's just kind of fun to do your initials and the date. So here it was, 11/05/21 KFM. That is, what I'm going to call my plane this time. It's also the date and my initials. But sometimes it's fun to name your plane. So maybe, this is the Santa Fe Flyer, or maybe it's the, Chapel Hill, I don't know. What's a good name for a Chapel Hill plane? You guys are good at thinking things up. So just be creative, think it through. And don't forget to test your colors, and please don't scribble, guys. You don't need to do that. All right, friends, I think we're done for today. This was super fun. I always love drawing with you. I hope that you will send me some pictures if you haven't already. I'd love to see what it looks like when you're working at home, when you're working on your projects, and also when they're finished. So that's it for today, friends. I'll just have to see you next time. Bye.